Alright, it is quick review time again, and today we are looking at Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. And yes, I know I was originally supposed to be releasing part 2 of my X-Men movie review. I actually did release it today, however it got taken down by YouTube due to copyright issues. I'm going to try to edit that to get it out later this week. If not, I'm just going to head straight into Halloween month, and we'll start with Nightmare on Elm Street next week, which should be a lot of fun. I don't know what's going on with that X-Men review. I seem to run into dead ends every time I try to do that. But enough of that. Let's take a look at Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. This actually just came out on Xbox Live today. I've really been looking forward to this game. I've had a little bit of playing time with it so far to get used to the controls and get used to the overall setup of the game. There are some good things and some bad things about the game, but we'll get into that as we start it. Now, I've only played the single player so far. I have not played the multiplayer yet. We'll play the multiplayer after we get a quick look at the single player. Add some pretty basic stuff for an Xbox Live download. You got your leaderboard. You got your achievements. Got your challenges, which are pretty nifty. And pretty basic stuff. And of course we got the controls. I'm going to show you guys the controls here, mainly because when we play the game you'll soon see that the perspective while playing the game is not the greatest, but we'll get into that when we start playing. Our settings are pretty normal. Control-wise, now the default controllers were actually different. I actually changed these around a little bit to suit my liking. You know, and the only really big issue about, you know, porting these arcade games onto the 360 is the fact that the 360 controller obviously has more controls than that of an arcade, so they have to kind of incorporate all of this onto the 360 controller without really leaving out any controllers. Or any controls, I should say. Apologies, I said that wrong. You know, for the most part it works out okay. You know, again, I had to change a bit of it around because the default controls are not perfect, but they're okay to start with. And of course you have your how to play, which tells you how to crouch, how to move, standing guard, crouching guard, jumping. Jumping is a bit of a problem in this game, mainly because, you know, you kind of, the B button is pretty much the main thing for jumping for the most part. The B button and the analog sticks are the way to jump, and you kind of go into random jumping throughout the game without meaning to, so that can get a little bit aggravating. You get used to it after a while. But enough of that, let's go into single player. First let me show you guys the training mode. We'll just choose some random people to face here. Spider-Man and Captain America, why not? Why not? Now, our opponents are not going to be able to hit us here because with the training mode, you really need a second player to kind of get used to it. But I really just wanted to show you guys mainly because of the perspective I was talking about. This is the perspective. This is not a full-screen game. This is the first problem with Marvel vs. Capcom Origins, is that it's not full screen. They obviously try to give it an arcade feel, but I feel they could have done this. They easily could have stretched this perspective. You know, they still could have kept the black outline just as long as, you know, they stretched it to the edges of the screen. They didn't have to put this, you know, nothing around it. You know, and the really big problem with this perspective is that, you know, there's still a bunch of stuff on the screen. Like, where the game actually is, there's still a bunch. You have the health bar, you have the stuff on the bottom, level 3, all that crap. You know, it's taking up a lot of the screen, so they really needed to make this perspective bigger. And it's a big problem for me because I'm playing on a 32-inch TV. I'm not playing on a big 40-inch or 50-inch TV, so, you know, this perspective is really lame from my view because I can't tell what I'm doing. And I'm just going at it here. I'm just kidding randomly. And this is what I'm talking about, the random jumps. B is kind of the mega jump. One of the big problems with having B as a multiple move button is that a lot of times you don't do what you want to do. Like, I want to kick him. There we go. But again, you know, you get used to this stuff after a while. My timing still isn't perfect on the game. Oh crap, I hit it. Oh wait, no, I meant to hit exit. So yeah, let's take a look at the single player. First, actually I gotta show you guys the vault. I'll show you that after we get into the arcade mode a bit. Okay. Ooh, not exactly the first match I wanted, but oh well. It'll do.
Ready. Fight.
Yeah. Now for you Xbox players out there, the way to switch partners here is RT and RB at the same time. If I can get, I'm not. Oh God, I kind of got caught up there. I might have to switch in a little while here because I'm getting pounded on. Oh crap! I ran right into that. You're gonna hit me? I don't think so. Oh shit, he is. There we go. That's pretty much how you do it. RB and RT at the same time, and we're gonna win this one. Now, I will say this, the regular jab is a piece of crap in this game. You're better off using special moves for the most part. Man, she was useless. I just kept doing the same thing. She didn't even block. Oh well. You snooze, you lose. Okay, we'll do one more match of the single player. You know, if you played these games before, there's really no need for me to really go through everything. But a really funny fact about this perspective, and let me pause this really quick, is the reason why I showed you guys the controls and everything on the main screen is because that was full screen. This is what this looks like on the screen when you're actually playing the game. And again, I'm playing on a 32-inch TV. Those examples of the controls on the right, you know, that's pretty much how small it looks on my screen. It's pretty much how bad it looks when you're watching it on YouTube. That's how bad it is. So yeah, full screen was really necessary. They didn't do it. Oh well, I can't keep complaining about that forever. Ugh. And again, you know, my timing's not great on this. And we're gonna have to switch partners here in a bit so she can. Ah! You really have to time your kicks correctly here, or else they're not gonna